Hey guys, it's Danny. I hope you're well. Today I'm going to show you how to create this cool toned makeup look, totally inspired by the 90s. I love how this turned out. First, I'm going to start off by applying my base. This is the Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay. And I'm going to buff that in with my Sigma Beauty 3D HD blender. This foundation is on the matte side, which I really wanted this look to be pretty much completely matte, which is not really my style lately, but hey, I just wanted to switch it up. So yeah, going pretty matte, more full coverage, and making sure everything is nice and blended with my blender. I love using a damp blender for a foundation like this that's a little bit thicker. I really feel like I can really mesh it into my skin and make it look really natural. Then I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and conceal underneath my eyes. And blend that right in with my blender. You can get really nice and close up to your eyes with this blender. It has a nice point to it. And then just running a little bit down my nose as well. Setting that with my Illuminating Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals. And this is a Sigma Beauty Stephanie Lange collab, the Essentials palette. I'm taking this contour shade here called Honeycomb. It's a very kind of cool toned natural shade, so perfect if you're more on the fair side like myself. And this is a very cool toned eye look, so I felt like this kind of contour bronzer was perfect. And then I'm just contouring my nose a little bit with the same shade and a little pyramid brush to really help me get some nice lines. And then just blending that right in with my blender. And this is the Ofra bronzer duo in collaboration with Samantha March. I'm just using this to just warm up my cheeks ever so slightly. And this is the Benefit Dallas blush. I have not used this in forever. This is such an OG product, but I didn't want anything too strong on my cheeks, so just a really natural flush of color. And moving on to my eyebrows, doing that off camera, but you can find a tutorial on my channel for my fluffy brow. Priming my eyes with an eyeshadow base primer from Sigma Beauty, and then the star of the show, the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I have been loving this palette, such beautiful colors. This is my first palette from Natasha Denona and I'm obsessed. So I'm taking just a small eyeliner brush first and kind of marking out the area where I want to build up that cut crease. Yes, we're doing kind of like a cut crease today. And kind of just sketching out my line first before I go in and deepen that up. Now I'm going in with this crease shade up here and kind of just going right over that to really deepen that up a little bit, define the shape more. If you notice, the colors in this palette don't have shade names. They're all like crease, transition, blend, outer corner, so it really helps if you're a beginner in makeup where placement should be, and you can create so many different looks. So just creating my outer shape here, and then I'm going in with a detail blending brush and I'm going to start blending that out. Just blending away little windshield wiper motions. Don't have to be too precise right now. I'm really going to go in and clean up that area. So just kind of going back and forth between building up that cut crease and also blending. It's a process. You got to take your time with something like this, so be patient. Just blending away. You can dip your brush back into that crease color just the slightest amount to help blend that line out. And I'm kind of taking that really light stone color that I used in the beginning to help blend that out even further. So you kind of see the shape being created. And I'm going to take this really kind of small tapered blending brush to help me really blend out those edges and make them nice and soft and diffused. And just blending that out, and dip my brush into this blend shade. Great color to help you blend out those edges. It almost adds just a tiny bit of warmth, so it's nothing too gray. And then running that along my lower lash line as well, just to kind of balance everything out. Then I'm going to go back in with the same eyeshadow base primer and start popping that onto that blank area of my lid. That's kind of how you get the cut crease effect when you have that contrast. You're really cleaning up that area. So I'm just smoothing it out, and then I'm going back into that transition shade, which is that really light stone shade. It's such a unique color, I can't explain it, but it's really beautiful, and it's not like too bright or not your typical ivory. It definitely has a little bit more of a cooler tone to it. Then taking this dark brown shade on an E65 Small Angle brush, I just wet it down a little bit with water, and I'm going to start to create a winged liner. So starting at my outer corner, I'm going to work my way in and almost kind of just press it along my lash line. Just create the line first, and then I'll go back after and start the wing. I'm going to kind of just follow the line I created with the shadow, as you can see, using the very, very tip of that angle, and then just dragging it back down. I love this liner. I love this brown. I'm such a fan of shadow liners. And then I'm just going to blend that out ever so slightly, just with that really tiny detail brush. So pretty. That's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to pop on some mascara and lashes. This is the Tarte Man Eater Mascara. I've really been enjoying this mascara. I can really build up my lashes and get them really volumized. Another coat. And then these are the Ardell Demi Wispies, but I just cut them in half, so I'm using the outer edge just on the outer portion of my eye, so you get more of that winged effect. Winged effect. And it really helps accentuate the winged liner. Then I'm going back into the palette, taking this really shimmery, kind of cool toned ivory shade and popping that right into the corner of my eye, just to complete the look. It was really hard for me not to add any shimmer. I really wanted to. Then for my lips, I'm actually lining them with my eyebrow pencil. So if you have like a light brown or something that's really kind of more of a natural shade, that would be perfect. So I'm kind of feeling myself just with that liner. Then adding my lipstick. This is Sigma Beauty's Infinity Point lipstick in the shade Deja Vu, which I kind of wish I had a little bit more of a cooler toned lip, but this was really as good as it was gonna get, but I ended up liking it a lot. And that's it. That is the look. I'm really digging these cool tones. I don't really do that often, and I think I'm gonna experiment more. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.